Hey everybody, Pleasure Trucks here, coming at you from the 2017 Acme Show, and we're in Smyrna, Georgia, which is in the Atlanta area, and found this fella here. If you guys don't know him, Sheldon Rothwell, and he is Outlaw Speed Shop Casting Resins.
Yes.
And he has a YouTube channel. Yes. Which is just your name, right?
Sheldon Rothwell, yeah, but I was listed Outlaw Speed Shop, yeah.
Okay, so you can search either one of those and you should be able to find him no problem, because he's probably got his videos tagged with that.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the show so far?
It's awesome. You know, a bunch of really incredible cars.
Yeah.
And other vehicles also, you know, just like, you know, most of your shows,
yeah.
But it's just incredible stuff that people bring out.
Pretty amazing.
And yeah, the detail is,
it's good.
You know,
good stuff.
Yeah,
good
yeah. So.
And you're from Texas?
I'm from Texas.
Texas?
Yeah. Right. Central, right dead center central.
Draw a line this way, draw a line that way.
Yeah, you draw a target
and you right in the middle.
Yep. You'll find me there.
Yeah. So this is your first trip up here, right?
Yep. Yeah. First trip here. Cool. I used to go to a lot of shows when I lived in Oregon, California, Portland, like that. But it's been quite a while ago.
Okay.
So yeah, this is my first show in 15 plus years. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah.
This was one of my first shows that I ever attended, you know, in the last 5 or 6 years or so, and I was just kind of like, wow.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. So.
Yeah.
All right, well, you want to shoot 3 questions? Let's come on over there?
Sure.
Yeah, all good. It's usually pretty simple, you know, the format. We'll just throw some out there. They just come out of my brain as they come out.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right.
What got you into casting?
Well, I started casting doing, because I used to paint figures also.
Okay.
So I got started in there doing pieces for terrain for tabletop gaming.
Right. Okay.
And then at the time I was also doing building World War II models. So I was building. I always thought it was stupid that you would buy a bombed out building and there was the building, but there was none of the bombed out part. There was no rubble, no whatever. So I started casting. Yeah. I started buying some of those buildings and casting them and then busting them up for rubble and whatever. And so got into that. And actually the first car one I did, I still have the first mold I did. I just threw together a couple wheels and a valve cover that was sitting there and tried it, and that was it. And actually didn't do anything until I moved to Texas.
Okay.
And finally started making some parts just because, you know.
Out of desire. You couldn't find them or whatever?
Yeah, they're expensive, and you know, and it's kind of, it started as, you know, you say, okay, I want to cast this oil pan. Well, you got a mold that's this big. So you put the oil pan in there, and then, well, what do I do with the rest of the hole? So I would just say, well, put this in here, put this in there. And pretty soon I had stuff everywhere.
Yeah,
so, you know, and I still do the same thing. I mean, every time I make a mold, I fill up all the little, because one of the probably the best selling thing I have now is my pulley kits. Yeah. So, and they're kind of hit and miss on how they come out. So I just keep stuffing as many and stuff in there, and starters, alternators, all the little stuff, and then carburetors and whatever. So yeah,
something will hit.
And
throw enough against the wall, something will stick.
And like I said, I did all this for myself, and I was just doing tires because, you know, I was building a lot of stuff, and so, you know, I just thought it, and then just one thing led to another.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned this is like your first show in like 15 years. How long have you been building?
Since I was 5 years old.
5 years old. So just a day or two.
Yeah, it's 52 years about.
52.
And I have built, I mean, I didn't build a lot through, you know, I built middle school, whatever, quite a bit. High school, you know, there was girls and cars.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I had 6 or 7 cars in my years of high school.
Wow.
Yeah, and so that's whatever. And then after that a little bit, and, you know, just on and off through the years. And, you know, I used to have a huge collection, and I sold off a bunch of stuff, and then I started building military stuff for a while, and, you know, I was doing NASCARs for a while and just got burnt out big time. And so now I got back. Once I got started building hot rods, it was just like, okay, I finally found my place.
Yeah. So, well, you've mentioned a bunch of different genres. Do you have a particular genre that you enjoy the most to build?
I would just have to say almost anything from the 50s or 60s. You know, drag cars, dirt cars. You know, anything race cars, pretty much. And then you throw in your regular hot rods. And, never been into customs that much. Never been into like your classic street rod.
Sure.
You know, and I've always
just so-so, huh?
yeah, so and just
go for what.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome.
So,
well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna let you get back to the show. I appreciate you taking some time out of your busy day.
Thank you very much.
Tell everybody bye.
See y'all later.
All right, guys. This is James, aka Plays with Trucks, and we're out of here.